The only difference between a good day and a bad day is our attitude. It is what we make of the bad that determines how it affects our day and how it affects our life. The singing lesson is an interesting story in which the theme of dejection, grief, reliance, appearance, desperation, and cheerfulness was well projected. The singing lesson, written by Catherine Mansfield, is all about the attitude of an aggressive music teacher who undergoes a drastic change in keeping with her moods. Kathleen Mansfield Murray was born and brought up in New Zealand on 14th October 1888. She was a prominent modernist writer. She wrote short stories and poetry under the pen name Catherine Mansfield. When she was 19, she left New Zealand and settled in England, where she became a friend of D.H. Lawrence and Virginia Woolf and others in the orbit of Bloomsbury Group. Catherine Mansfield had two elder sisters, a younger brother and a younger sister. She moved to London in 1903, where she attended Queen's College along with her sisters. After finishing her schooling in England, she returned to New Zealand and only then began in earnest to write short stories. She had several works published in the Native Companion. She wrote many poems and short stories, and her collected letters were a great success. Some of her famous works are Something Childish, The Aloe, Blish and Other Stories, The Garden Party and Other Stories, The Tiredness of Rosabelle, Germans at Meat, A Blaze, and A Truthful Adventure. Mansfield died on 9th January 1923 at the age of 34 in France due to tuberculosis. The Singing Lesson by Catherine Mansfield traces the delicate and tender feelings of a young music mistress who is dejected at the rejection of her partner and is later filled with joy when a telegram from the partner indicates a reunion. Miss Meadows was a music teacher in a school. She was such a lovely lady of 30, happily engaged to Mr. Basil, who was deeply in love with her. Usually, Miss Meadows' class would be very lively and pleasant. The children would enjoy singing happy and jubilant songs. But on that day, she was not in a good mood. She came to school feeling great despair because she had received a letter from her fiancé, Basil, breaking off their engagement. Mr. Basil, who got engaged to her, had confessed in the letter that, though he was in love with her, getting married seemed a regret to him, and he felt he had made a mistake. This was a great shock to her, and she could not come out of this depressive mood. She was bleeding to death and pierced to the heart. With heavy heart, carrying a little baton, she walked the cold corridors that led to the music hall. When the science mistress greeted her in a sweet voice, she showed her a grim face. When the science mistress asked whether Miss Meadows was cold in the chilly autumn weather, Miss Meadows tried to hide her unhappiness and felt hatred towards the science mistress. Usually, at the start of the singing lesson, her student Mary Beasley would greet her with a yellow chrysanthemum. That day too, she greeted her music teacher with a flower, but Miss Meadows ignored her gesture. This deeply wounded the feelings of Mary. When the girls were waiting in gleeful excitement, Miss Meadows instructed the girls to sing a lament. She asked them to add sorrowful emotions to their voices, and the weather outdoors appeared bleak to Miss Meadows as she recalled the cruel letter Basil had sent her. Their engagement seemed like a miracle to her, specifically because she was a woman of 30, which she felt was nearly too old to get married. Miss Meadows, scared of the humiliation and judgment she would face within the school when it was known that Basil's had broken their engagement off, She thought that she would have to leave her job and would disappear from the school community altogether rather than facing the science mistress and the students once they learned what had happened. She asked the girls to sing so sorrowfully and told them to sing so fast and repeat it with more expressions. And many of the girls began crying. At that time, Monica, a little girl, came and informed Miss Meadows that Miss Wyatt, the headmistress, called her out of the class. Miss Wyatt gave Miss Meadows a telegram, which was from Basil. It was an apology from Basil, asking her to excuse his madness for writing such a letter to her. He said that he had bought a new hat stand for her. When Miss Wyatt learnt that it was not a bad news, she scolded her for receiving a telegram that was not urgent during the school day. Miss Meadows' joy knew no bounds. Though the headmistress warned her not to get disturbed by such telegrams amidst class hours, she did not get offended and ran happily to the hall. When she was back in her classroom, she kissed the flower given by her favorite student. She assigned the students a happy summer song, and Miss Meadows herself sang the song louder than any of the students.